Yes, it's back for real this time. For real, for real.
For
And
real.
the mysterious conclusion of the Game Awards is gonna finally happen.
After
um,
like 3 weeks of waiting on this verdict, see who won this joint.
yeah, we don't even know what the fuck's going on
Even though I
anymore.
even
But
though I think it's rigged because Michelle did the tallying of the votes,
Oh,
so there
I'm gonna
might
tell her you said that.
there might be a recount after this shit is done.
oh
Unless I
boy,
win, then there's no recount.
Oh, unless you win.
the disregard.
Disregard my last statement.
I almost went political there, but let's stay quiet.
What? What's the day? It's January 13th. Remember that date?
Yeah.
I'm gonna storm BJ's house.
Oh boy. So should we just jump into that, man? You want to give us the results?
How you guys want to do it? You break it down by category? You want to do just the end results and say who won, or
Man, let's
I
just
don't
get
know what you
to
got
it.
planned for the doc?
It's getting a little late at night.
Yeah, I guess since we got a late start, we might as well just crank it out.
Rip the band-aid and say who won, bro. I mean, let's see.
All right. You want to know third place?
Yes,
That's probably me.
that's me.
Third place is definitely Jay.
That's where honesty gets you.
Dog Jay. It was a close race though.
Was
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
If we the winner won by 20 points.
really.
And there was a margin because we were doing 10, 5, So
Right.
it's pretty close. Second place with 15 points. Gap on the lead there, guy. So I'm just gonna get it. First place, congratulations for the second time.
Chris, you son of
No,
a bitch.
no
Chris
way.
fucking won.
G-Unit.
Full metal.
Wow.
Full Metal Funk with 200 of them things.
Damn. Bro, I told you.
I got 185 and Jay got 180. It's closer
That was
race than
close.
last
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Maybe
Oh.
next year you'll beat me.
Maybe we should have a second place trophy.
Hopefully this year my trophy gets here on time instead of like a year later.
little tiny little trophy.
little
Though.
sympathy trophy.
Just-
Dimming the lights up in here.
Oh, hey,
Your little
the
mood
casting
lighting.
couch lights. Oh, really? So I won again?
Wow. Well, congratulations, you filthy animal.
Hey,
And hey, now we get to scratch off that 2023 on my trophy you gave me last during the stream, and put 2024 in that one.
Your little mood
nah.
lighting.
You gotta have a couple trophies though.
Already
We'll
got
work
two.
on that one.
I got two.
All right. So, yeah, Chris wins it again. We're just going to take a Sharpie. We're going to add 2024 to the trophy he just got a little bit ago. that sounds
Vote
fair.
with your mind, not with your heart.
And we got new rules for next year.
Chris will win.
Yeah, man.
You got lucky. I don't get to storm Beach's house this year.
What can I tell you? What can I tell you?
Man, I think it's rigged.
Oh, Michelle.
I think he's in
Your wife counted the
Geoff's pocket. Huh?
Your wife counted the votes. How can it be rigged?
Yeah, it's rigged because I think you're in Jeff's pockets there, bro.
Just pockets, yeah.
Jeff Keighley, that guy.
He's switching over teams, just like the Iron Lords.
Ah, yeah. That's what you think.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, but you know what? An unexpected topic. Now that we got that out of the way, what's up with that background, my guy? You have some nice stuff there in the. You mind giving us a little tour or what? Over your shoulder.
It's
there,
a
BJ?
work in progress. So
Nice.
obviously the Vice City Gamers, right?
Nice.
I got my little signed Leonardo there, but that's gonna change because you can't really see it. But this bad boy behind me is the Green Lantern Spectrum. I got these are like wooden pallets that the artist actually drew on,
Right.
and
Wow.
they're all signed individually by him. And it's almost a complete spectrum, but I got it at a SuperCon.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And that was like my favorite thing that I've ever gotten over there.
Oh, nice. The Miami Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I set them up like ascending, but my boy in the middle there, it's fire. It's my favorite one, and I fucking dropped it when I was putting it up.
Oh,
Oh shit.
happens, bro.
It just chipped in the back a little bit, but
All right, let
nothing
me see
crazy.
it. Hey, are you
No.
wearing a Green Lantern ring on your other hand?
Yeah, it was.
You were. I knew I saw that ring on your hand a little bit ago.
This was a ring that I got. Very. You're not gonna see it if it focuses.
Yeah.
Never.
But I could tell what
Anyway,
it was.
I'll take a picture and show it to y'all. It was a custom made Green Lantern ring that I found online long time ago.
Nice,
Damn.
Yeah.
nice.
Love it, bro.
I
Love
got
it.
some hidden gems I'm sitting on, but
I'm wearing my
it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
tactical turtle shirt today.
I see the
My
rings
boy
back
got.
there.
I
Awesome.
love that shirt, bro. I gotta buy
Thank,
the
thank
way.
you,
Shit's fire.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Badass. And what are those
And my
port
boy gave me
oh,
the
oh yeah.
rings.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Jacob for the USB hub.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Darkness Clay
And
and Young
shout
Wizard.
out to my boy Mateo. He's going through a tough time right now, but
Oh.
give me a little bobblehead as a wedding gift.
Is that you?
Yeah.
That,
All
that's
his groomsmen got bobbleheads
right,
like of them.
right.
That's a great
You know?
idea. That's
That's
a
an
hell of a
awesome
gift
gift.
right there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that shit was dope. And then he got me with it, he got me Superman cufflinks, so we all wore it for the
Oh,
wedding.
nice,
And then we all had like a superhero shirt like this underneath.
nice.
And I believe he was Superman. I ended up taking my badass Green Lantern shirt that I don't think I've worn on this. Maybe I'll do it next time.
You should. I haven't seen that yet.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
nah, it's pretty dope. And then during the wedding, we took the pictures, like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, this party was insane. These Dominicans, they fucking party, boy. It was half Dominican, half Colombian people. We're in Colombia. The reception was like 8 hours,
Holy smokes.
Damn.
Damn, it's fast.
nonstop dancing, partying, non. Yo, it was beautiful. We were on a cliff, like the ocean is there. It's amazing.
Wow.
So after we took the pictures, we all just went back in our superhero shirts and took our suits off.
Nice,
That's
nice,
awesome.
nice.
So that's
Love
yeah, it
that.
was pretty dope.
Nice.
Pretty
Once
dope.
that Mama Juana starts flowing, bro, this Dominican party get crazy.
Oh man, I never seen people party so hard. Bro. Never. And they didn't even want to leave when the shit was over.
That adds up.
That was the dopest wedding I've ever been to by
Nice.
far, man. Everybody was so happy and in good spirits, and like it was just a beautiful thing to see.
That,
Especially since he's going through such a tough time right now.
that's what's so great about those destination weddings, bro. You get to go somewhere and you get to party it up somewhere else. So everybody's happy to be there, man. You know, people travel from all over to go and do
Yeah,
a
man.
big wedding like that. So that's nice, bro. Nice. Glad you guys
Shit
had a
was
good
really
time.
cool.
Was that your boy that I met at Dave and Buster's last time? Who got married?
Yeah,
What was
that's
name?
him, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Great
think
dude.
he's a cool dude, man. Tell him I said congratulations, man.
Will do. Will do.
Don't do
Awesome.
it. That's what I would have said when he got married, but you know, it's just me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
what do you got back there on the floor, BJ? Those they're like posters or something like that. They've been catching
So
my
I'm
attention.
contemplating, right? I got DC Comics, and
Badass.
this right here is signed by Kevin Eastman. The
Nice.
Guardian Angel, Leonardo with the Guardian Angel St. Michael statue behind him.
Right.
Wow.
Nice.
This was a gift from my god kid's parents.
Nice. That's
Wow.
pretty fire.
Fucking fun. So I'm thinking about putting that up there, but I don't know if I should keep that in my room. Y'all can hear me from back there?
Yep.
I got Sonic over
Ah,
here.
yes. Yes.
Bro,
Love it.
And
I would hang up that Eastman in a heartbeat, man. That's what I would do.
yeah, but I kind of want it for the room. I don't think you guys can see it from far very well.
Got it.
So I don't know. And then this one is another thing I got long time ago.
Oh, the flash.
Nice.
The flash. It's kind of broken. I don't know if you can see the glass broken.
Oh, now that you pointed it out, otherwise it looked like it was part of the.
Yeah, part of the frame.
But the shit was signed by Ethan. Dude that did Rebirth.
Right.
Wow.
Fire.
Good stuff,
So
bro.
I'm thinking about putting that there next to the Green Lanterns because it makes sense.
Bro.
And I don't know what else I'm gonna put.
I dig it. I dig it.
But I got a few things cooking.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I gotta build this shit that my girl gave me.
Ooh, is that Legos?
Kind of.
It's fake.
It's mega constructs.
It's Flagos. Flagos.
Wow,
It's
that's
like the
sick.
cheap.
Flagos.
Yeah, no, but it's dope.
Nice.
It's kind of like the
Yeah,
Xbox 360 one that you built last year. That's really neat.
it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, right
Who
on
made
then. It's gonna
my
look sick.
360
Love that.
with the red ring of death on it.
best console ever, dog.
Yeah, 100%. Damn.
No,
No red
brother.
ring. Look at that. Damn, that's supposed to be the updated version of it.
And look, the origins of the best controller, dog.
Oh, the controller is fire.
I love it.
Never kind of grips it on that controller.
I love it,
Yeah.
man. I love it.
So what are you playing right now, BJ? What games are you playing right now?
I haven't played anything for a while. Maybe like a month ago when I told you when Indiana Jones came out.
Yeah.
I played that first mission, but I haven't been able to play after
Oh.
until now. You guys saw me playing Power Rangers,
How you liking it?
repping my boy Billy. That game's very challenging, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to the chicken and turkey stage, bro. That's the hardest stage in the whole damn game. Even the final boss, that chicken and damn turkey. Damn, I hate those two sons of guns. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
Repping my dog Billy, dog.
What you been playing, Jose? Anything?
Um, so my son has been playing that Marvel Legos. So that means I'm playing the Marvel Legos. And it's not too bad. It's all right. It just yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
It's a Lego game, right?
Yeah, it's a Lego game. But we beat the other day. We beat Power Rangers. We got the unlocked the Green Ranger, and man, I have to say, I went to the Zord level to see what the business was, and when it starts off, you see the Dragon Zord in the background running with all the other Zords. Perfect. You get to pick him with the other Zords on that like multiplayer screen, and then when it comes time to fight the boss and you're whatever ranger and you go pow 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 and then it switches to Tommy, it's still the Megazord. Pow 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 and he's nowhere to be found. So we need some DLC.
Wow.
We need to incorporate Dragon Zord into these fights. We need to take this to the next level. So they got some work to do. Yeah, exactly.
I'm still waiting on my white Tiger Ranger.
Really?
That's gonna be
They didn't
sick.
include him in those Megazord fights. They didn't include Tommy in that fight.
So you see him like it switches to him like how he pops up on the screen and it says give me a turn at it or whatever and then Tommy will be controlling the Megazord and then when the Megazord gets hit you only see the 5, you don't see Tommy, so it's almost like it's obviously missing and it's really weird, which I kind of suspected it, but I was surprised that they at least included the Dragon Zord in that running section. But yeah, good times, man. It's a good game. They just
We had a good time. We had a good time. Except for that turkey chicken level. Oh,
that
yeah,
turkey and
that was
fucking
good.
chicken, bro. God.
Fun fact. For Halloween, my favorite holiday, by the way.
Mm.
As a kid, I I basically had 2 costumes for a very, very long time. And then later on, I started doing Spider Man. But I was Batman a lot, and I was the White Ranger of fuck ton, like almost every Halloween, dude.
That's awesome.
It was dope.
I was gonna say what your favorite holiday was,
I love
but it
that.
wasn't Halloween. It was gonna be something else, but I can't say it right now.
What's messed up is that I got about 2 or 3 possibles. None of them are okay to say on here.
No Diddy, bro. No Diddy. No Diddy.
Bro.
It's morphin' time, bro.
Like baby oil time.
I love it. I love it. Hey, but while we're repping your room and your awesome setup, we gotta address the elephant in the room here, bro.
Right.
We're not in my garage anymore, man. It's been a long time coming, and it's finally done. Sorry that you're poor. Took me back to the Snoop Dogg
My
album.
bad.
Remember the Snoop Dogg
Oh
album?
yeah,
Yeah,
Sir,
right.
yeah.
the gin and juice. The beginning of gin and
Sipping
juice.
on gin and
Yeah,
juice.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh shit.
Woo!
Oh
What is that,
wow.
a mixer? That's so
It's a
fancy ass.
vibrator too. So what?
Does many things. Yeah, man. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous, bro.
Bro, you
I
haven't
have
been
a
here
room.
yet.
You have the room.
Bro, this
I'm
room's awesome,
so
bro.
bro, for anybody who doesn't know, it's been a long time coming. I'm not gonna go into details because I don't want the feds on me. But yeah. we
Code violations and
yeah,
shit.
but yeah, so yeah, we did the room, man. I've wanted to do this for a long time. You know, it was always really uncomfortable to do the podcast before because I was sweating like a hostage in my garage, and like Chris is always the one who had to go, but I was the one who like in my mind I'm like I need this to be over. I'm sweating. I was like in my underwear half the time, not in a good way either. So super happy to be here. And yeah, I got to deck this thing out a little bit. I got the pegboard over here, the IKEA pegboard. I got the controllers up there. Super excited about that. Whenever we play N64, we're gonna definitely do some multiplayer stuff, and we're gonna stream it too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we got the controllers ready to go, and I got my little mini consoles up here. I got the little mini NES, Super Nintendo, and the Sega Genesis. Love those things. And then I got my I gotta get my left and right here correct. I got my wife gave me this Lego Wolverine claw deal. I stayed up until 3 a.m. building it. I was like, no, I'm just gonna do a little bit more. I ended up doing the whole thing in one night.
That was me with the what you call it, the bumblebee.
Oh yeah,
I started at 7 o'clock at night. I didn't finish at midnight because
bro.
I didn't want to stop.
Yeah, bro. It's like gotta finish, gotta finish.
But you know
So
what I realized though in your room, bro? I didn't realize that your lights, the different colors.
yeah,
That's awesome, man.
I got the Govee lights. So, obviously you got to I had an opportunity to do it from scratch. So I put four of these little lights and I asked my buddy Pedro, who he's all about lighting. He always knows what's up. I was like, dude, what do I get? And he told me to get these Govee ones. So with the app, I can control the colors and the dimness
Yeah.
and all that. And I'm like, bro, super happy right now. Super happy.
Bro, it looks very nice, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then
Very
I
nice.
and then these two paintings over here or whatever they are, I don't know, paintings, pictures or whatever. Um my I guess it would be stepbrother-in-law, Leslie and his wife Alicia, my sister basically, got me those several years ago. So I've always envisioned the game room with those things put in there, man. So super stoked. And of course, I have a CRT television here because I have a problem. I definitely don't have four. I have five. I have a problem. But we'll go figure it out. I might have to sell some of these things. But yeah.
Yeah, four is reasonable, but five, God,
Yeah, it's a little
man.
crazy.
That's
My
one too
wife
many.
loves them.
One too many.
Yeah, my back loves them too. But you know what? Look, not to be here all night because I know Chris got to go to bed and all that. We got to work tomorrow or
Yes, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But so how do we feel about the Switch 2? The rumors have escalated, the leaks have escalated, and now word on the street is that this week they're gonna reveal it. How do we feel about this?
I think this week will be the week that they'll announce the Switch 2, that which you guys been calling that same name for the past year, and now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon and calling it the Switch 2, which you guys been calling it for that long. Well, PJ has said a Super Switch 2, right? But
Super
PJ said,
Nintendo Switch.
Super Switch, baby.
that's what PJ has
Let's
said.
go. Super
You guys
Nintendo
said the
Switch.
Switch 2. So yeah, so I think it's gonna drop this week, man. I mean, you know, there's been a lot of leaks in regards to like what's coming to the system and everything. So I think they need to do it this week to stop any more leaks from dropping.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that these leaks are accurate or it's all fluff? Like,
Oh man, I mean, I think they're on point. I think, right? I think they're accurate. Even it wasn't even Nate the Hate saying something about this leaks coming up, and that guy
Yep.
is usually, even though his name's implied, he hates Nintendo. I think, right or no? Is that his deal with Nate the Hate?
I'm not sure.
I've never really followed him, yeah, he was saying that these leaks are legit.
Yeah, I tend to believe him, and I'll tell you why. And I've been pretty good with the crystal ball, man. I've done some predictions, and we've been on point a little bit here. So when I see a little bit here, a little bit there,
98% final the
yeah, bro, it's pretty good. But like when I look at all this stuff, it's a matter of who's saying it and how many people are saying it, you know? And you can see when there's confidence behind it. And I think a lot of the people that we watch and listen to, I think they know. I think they know more than they let on to know, but just like how it is with media, there's only so much that they're allowed to say before you get into territories of legalities and stuff like that. Plus, you know, who wants to be wrong? You know, if they don't think it's solid, they won't push. So my guessing game is really just the people I listen to, and then maybe going outside a little bit and see how many people are saying the same thing. So long story short, they started putting pictures of the dock out a while ago, and it just had rounded edges, but it looked pretty much the same. And at that point, I was like, okay, you know, it could be something, it could be nothing. But then you started seeing the Joy Cons, and at first it was like mock ups. But then all of a sudden, photos came out of the Joy Cons, and it looks like one of them is going to be blue, slightly different blue than we have right now on the regular Switch. And then the other one was orange, which I thought was a little bit weird, but maybe they want to change it up a little bit more, maybe look like a more modern regular Switch. And then the specs started to come out at once, like it started picking up some steam and you started seeing this. And what really happened is that all these companies that make the cases were making cases already where you were able to buy one and say, well, this is it, this is what it's gonna, you know. And then that lined up with the leaked photos and all this stuff. But now when you get those factory photos that you could tell is not made up, like you could tell it's real, that's when I think now we're there, you know? And Nintendo must have been listening because people have been saying in the last week and a half they need to announce it now because it's getting embarrassing. Like it's to the point that the only thing missing is to show the whole thing pieced together. And we're, you know, people have been able to copy paste it and put it together and say this is it. So they have to do it now, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. I think so. And what do you think they're gonna drop? What besides Mario Kart 9 and Metroid? What do you think it will be like a big like? What did they say? 5, 10 games maybe at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. So they've leaked a bunch of like SKUs, and what they're able to say is like it's this many games from Bandai Namco, this many games from Capcom, this many games from Square Enix. So I think what they're doing is I don't think they're gonna have a Mario right off the bat or a Zelda or anything like that right off the bat. Obviously not Zelda, but I think the 3D Mario is coming out within probably the next few months or so. Maybe it'll come out with the Switch, but they're not gonna announce it yet. But I think they're gonna try to shock and awe by bringing a lot of games that would normally be on a home console like an Xbox or a PlayStation, running on this new Switch.
Well, that's kind of the rumor now, like saying that a lot of the Xbox ports are going to PlayStation and the Switch, right? So they were saying, announcing that Gears of War, what else? Gears of War might be coming to Switch. Halo, the Halo Master Chief Collection will be coming to PlayStation 5 and the Switch. You know, but I think, man, that it'll be cool if they drop. Not only they drop Metro Prime, right? Metroid, and they drop Mario Kart number 9, right? And also if they drop no Smash Brothers,
Mm.
that would be a cool like 3 game top.
Metroid 4 is a realistic
Yeah. Oh yeah,
possibility
Metroid 4.
there.
I'm pretty sure they're
Yeah,
gonna be
but
doing.
isn't Metroid 4 already for the Switch? Like it's coming out for the Switch.
That's what they
So
said.
it should be releasing like this month or next month, no?
I'm not
I'm
sure,
not sure.
but maybe they'll showcase it by saying, "Look how good it looks on the new console and should still work on the Switch." I don't know. You have any speculations on games, BJ?
Um, yeah, I want, oh, they just said release date 2025. Doesn't say the month. So you guys might be right, man. That shit did look pretty good. Um, what I want is a 3D Mario, but playable character Luigi. Just
Mm.
like Super Mario 3. I used to fucking kill Mario right off the bat so I could just play Luigi the whole game.
People don't know how that works. Tell them, bro.
Oh, you do that little power combat
Yeah,
2-player level there, and the best man wins. And let's
yeah.
just say Mario died 100% of the time.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I never knew that that was a thing. So when you start Mario 3 for the NES, you could select where the tile where you start and you go into the original Mario Bros game where it's Mario and Luigi and you gotta like hit the things or whatever. So if you let like what your BJ what you're saying is if you let Mario die, you can come out of there as Luigi. But you know what? I think bro, I really hope that they do that because I think we're long overdue for a 3D Mario game with Luigi as a playable character.
Right,
I would love to
Yeah.
see that. And you know, what'd be
I'm
crazy,
sick of Mario.
bro. What if?
that plumber saved the franchise, bro.
Fuck.
Gaming
Nah,
all
man.
day. So
You're fucking
you
done
can't
with him.
hate too much in that little plumber man.
Oh, speaking of which, do you see what's behind? I don't know if you're able to see a DJ or BJ. You see what's behind Chris's head back there?
You see it?
You see it? Can you? not,
No, but
not that, not that. Look who's back there. I can see him on the
Luigi
camera.
poking his head out, yo.
Yeah, we got Luigi spying on deck here. He's gonna get a spot up here at some point.
He's peeking over the casting couch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, you know
He's
what?
like the cameraman in the side of the room.
Oh, the girls never came.
Yeah, this side.
There he is. You see him?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
speaking, I mean, hey, while we're on the topic, so I was talking to Chris here since, we're here together because Chris lives right down the street, so it's very easy for us to do this together. And now that we have the technicalities working and stuff, hopefully we should be good and be able to do this. But, I was telling Chris the other day, I'm like, hey, we played Power Rangers together. It was so easy to just play it together and stream it. We should do more co-op games. Obviously, anybody who can come over, BJ, my brother, obviously we can do it here. We're gonna do it. But like, it's so easy for him to come over and just play something and say, screw it, let's stream it. And I said, but if we're gonna do those, we don't want to confuse people and make it, oh, it's another podcast episode. So what should we call the series where we play games together? Chris, what did you come up with, bro?
The casting couch co-op.
Oh,
CCC,
wow.
casting couch co-op. Oh
Because you
shit.
had said couch co-op. That was the name you came
Yeah.
up with the casting of the front of it.
Yeah. Because like, these days we play all these multiplayer games online, different locations or whatever, but good old fashioned couch co-op, right? Two-player games on the same screen, either split screen or maybe a game where you can play them together. But that casting is never going away, bro.
Yes,
Casting
those
couch co-op.
Hey, a lot of people might run into us on a search engine
Other websites.
by mistake.
I'll
If I miss my
That,
paper.
that
We gotta
might
take
be brilliant, yo.
we gotta take that visibility and bring it here,
Oh
I was telling
man.
Jay, Jose, that maybe the first game we play, well, the next game we play has to be Gears of War. I want him to experience Gears of War.
Yeah.
'Cause I think
Yeah,
I
he
think
hasn't
will
done
love
it, man.
No, I think he will love it, especially once he gets further into the story when he finds out what happens with Dom and all this stuff and bro, heartbreaking stuff. But
Bro, the first three are amazing.
yeah,
I have
100%.
not. I don't think I beat 4 or 5.
I'll beat all 5 of them. But
I need to get back on my shit, man. But
Mhm.
yeah, that would be awesome.
But the
You
first
have to
3, yeah,
experience like I
I'm
know
in.
that PlayStation has a lot of cool just one over the third party like storyline things.
Mhm.
But this one is just it was action, it was suspense, it was like horror games mixed with I don't know. It was
and it's
nothing like
actually a
it at
horror
the
game. It was
time.
no, that's amazing.
Yeah, but the elements of horror in
Right.
this thing were like the most for me that I've experienced on
Bro,
this.
do you remember the first battle with the Berserker?
Oh yeah,
The
man,
Gears
when
of
you hit the hammer at dawn, bro.
yeah. The first
And
battle
I'm like, what the is
yeah,
this?
yeah.
Joe.
I remember the first one trying to fight him. I tried to hit him with a chainsaw. He was stumped the hell out of me. He's like, that's supposed to be
Yeah,
a
right.
chainsaw.
You know what's crazy?
I'll
I
throw
never
that
knew
shit
that there
at
was
you.
like a horror aspect to it
Yeah, there is
at
a little
all.
bit to it. Yeah.
Yes, man. This was like a new I'm telling you, when Xbox early on, Xbox just hit for me, man.
But
It was like nonstop just gangster stuff. It was like the Sega successor, and then they came like Halo. There was nothing like it.
nothing
Still
like
to
it,
this
right?
day, is the best
Halo
shooter
3
in
was
my
fire on
opinion.
the 360.
Amazing. 2 and 3 just took H1 to the next level. And then when Gears came out, we was like, "Yo, Xbox is here to stay, baby."
That's the reason why I
It was
bought the
dope.
why I got the Xbox 360 because of Gears of War. I've said it because Gears of War. I remember my nephew played it, and the moment I saw him play, he's like, I got to get that game because I was here on the PlayStation 2. I didn't have a 360 at the time. I had a PS2, and I went straight from PS2 straight through 360, and I never looked back.
That Red Gears Xbox 360 looks, it's probably the
Oh
coolest
yeah,
looking console I've ever seen.
and each console does like a little different sound, right? Like the R2D2 one makes a little.
I've heard that.
Yeah, they make different sounds when you turn them on and stuff like that.
Mm,
So I never had the Gears of War one, so I don't know if it made any sounds or not, but I know some of them did.
okay, I like
Yeah.
it.
So you really think that the Nintendo Switch is gonna be announced this week? I think it is. I
I
think by
think
the
it
end of the
is.
week
Well,
we should know.
I don't want to say like I'm some type of fucking prophet, but I did call it on the last podcast if y'all play. I said the first month, the first few weeks of 2025, that's just gonna get uh announced.
Damn, you're
So
getting points.
I hope it comes up
Listen,
because I've been waiting for this for a while now.
and if they're gonna have
It,
games like Halo, Gears of War, all these different games coming over there, I think it's gonna be a pretty has to be a pretty powerful console. You know, it has to be. I think.
yeah, but if you think about it right now, right? All these PlayStation games that are coming out now are also for PlayStation 4. And if
Right.
it's as
Hmm.
powerful as PlayStation 4, that means it runs these games, just not at the capability of a PS5, PS5 Pro.
Right.
So if you're gonna have Call of Duty, you need to have a pretty strong console.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
And they got a 10-year deal with Microsoft to run Call of Duty on their console. So we're looking good. I don't think, I mean, as much as I would love it to be as powerful as these things. Cause I want that like realistic Legend of Zelda, like looking like Fable and shit, you
Right.
know.
Yeah. I think we're
But
getting there. I think with AI coming into the mix and a more powerful console, I can see them slowly moving in that direction where the next time you see a Zelda game, you're going to be like, whoa, like this is something
well,
else. And they need
that's
to do
how I
that.
felt.
They need to do it with Mario because Astrobot looks crazy good.
Amazing,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
amazing.
true 4K 60. It's
Yeah.
not, which, everything is like faking it at this point. So Mario definitely needs to be next level. And hopefully it is because
But you
that'll
know,
be a good competition.
Hey, that little robot
if
game is fire,
anybody
man.
can do it, huh?
That little robot game is fire, man.
Astrobot?
Astro Bot,
Oh man, I
it
love it.
looks beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
have you played it yet?
Nah,
Oh, dude, I played it. I played
nah,
the
I'm telling
first
you, these last few months have been a little too hectic.
work. You know,
I need to
work gets in
get
the way.
well now. I'm back on another schedule, and I'm gonna make some time for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
gaming.
Hell yeah.
But I was thinking about this. Remember the classic NES, right?
Mm.
It was just a little square box, and
With two controllers.
when they did the next step was almost the exact same thing, but they went from 8 to 16, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken,
Right,
Yes.
right?
right,
So it's it's just an enhanced version of that, and they called it Super Nintendo.
right.
I feel like the Switch, they're staying the same. It's gonna be a portable that you
Oh,
can
it
dock.
has to,
They
man.
hit it. This is like the perfect console,
It
like
has
the
to.
perfect concept. They got it. They hit it.
Hmm.
And I feel like if they just name it just like they did, go back to the roots, dog. It's
Yes.
the same thing, only better. And if they do this, they're gonna be the. I'm telling it now. If they name this shit, I'd probably regardless if it's Super Switch or Switch 2, it's probably gonna be the most sold console
So,
ever.
Nintendo was the rebirth of video games, right? Because the industry was dying, right? That was Nintendo, right? The Switch gave birth to the handheld. Because now what we have the Legion Go, we have
Preach.
the Steam,
Yes.
right? And we have the Rogue Ally, right?
Yep.
ROG game,
Bro,
baby.
RG 100%.
Yes, sir.
But Nintendo's always innovated, and now like you can see all this, like I said, Steam Deck, Rogue Ally, Legion. They all took those things from the Nintendo Switch, because now you can dock all those systems. You can dock them and play them like the
Yes.
same way you can play the Nintendo Switch. The only difference is those are PC based, Linux or Windows based, right?
Yep.
Mm.
But man, I think Nintendo. I have high expectations for the Nintendo Switch too,
Hell yeah.
and I haven't owned I own two Nintendo Switches, but I don't because they're my kids, My daughter has one, and my son has one. But I think coming this generation, I'm gonna shell out the money to get a Nintendo Switch too. I
Mm,
think it's gonna be different. It's gonna revolutionize something else because they always do something. They'll
yeah.
innovate something new. You know,
That
we
that's
you
a
know
huge like point, Chris. That like you hit that shit on the head, man. Because when the Switch came out, I feel like I've never been like a handheld person. Yeah, I had a Game Boy back in the day, and that was it. I've never been like a handheld guy. And then the Switch comes out, and people are like, "Oh, it's underpowered and this and that, whatever." But it still blows all the other consoles out of the water with sales. Like it's more than the other two competitors put together and shit. So well, not exactly, but it sells like crazy, and the games sell like crazy. So even though the power is not there, it's still so damn successful. And then, like you said, we've gotten to the point where other companies are copying it. The PlayStation Portal,
well, yeah,
Xbox's
I forgot about that.
the
Yeah,
ROG Ally, the Steam Deck, all these different people are competing with it, but they fall short because you can't just hit a button, lock the screen, and throw it off to the side, and 2 days later pick it up and continue where you left off. They don't have that exactly down packed yet, but now Microsoft is working on their own operating system, and hopefully we could see that. But yeah, and here we are. The two big ones are redirecting their markets to copy what the Switch has done. So talking shit in the beginning, but they won the
yeah. No,
race.
no, no. You gotta
Well,
give
they've
them
always been like
you
that.
gotta give them their
You
props.
think of nah, yo, you know why Nintendo's so successful?
It's a frugal.
No, they got the best developers in the game, man. They do the most with the least.
They sue
You
everybody
know,
if you touch their IPs.
it doesn't even come
Yeah, the
close, man.
ninjas.
Look at what they did with Tears of the Kingdom. It took a graphical hit from Breath of the Wild. Like Breath of the Wild looks better, but every other aspect of that game was enhanced on Tears of the Kingdom. On a little ass cartridge on an underpowered
Right,
system.
right,
Imagine what that thing could do with more power.
right.
The art style and and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but graphically, Breath of the Wild blew me away. It was a beautiful, beautiful looking game, and it's in an underpowered system. All the Mario's look vibrant. Look at what they do with everything. The Mario cards, the Smash Bros. Like
Yeah.
it's always a pop. You don't need to have so many good graphics for games like that.
Now, one thing
So
I think that they need to do in this generation is um, up their game when it comes to multiplayer. You know,
Mm.
well,
accessibility.
online needs
Yeah,
to change it all.
exactly. So I mean, then that needs to change. That needs to come up to the to the level of Xbox and PlayStation. I mean,
Yes.
that's definitely something that they have to do. There's no ifs and or buts about that. They have to.
Yeah.
If they want to stay competitive, especially this next generation coming up with Xbox announcement, Xbox is going to announce a new handheld. And they already said they're not skipping the next generation. They're going to go 2026, we're going to have a new Xbox, most likely.
Hmm.
Right? PlayStation 5, we have the Pro that just came out. And I'm pretty sure that if it doesn't come out in 2026, for PlayStation, it'll be 2027 for PlayStation.
I concur.
Yeah.
How about you think this if I'm not mistaken, Nintendo this has already been made. Like they knew what they were doing long time ago. Everything's been cut out since last year was supposed to release, according to rumors.
Mm-hmm.
They sat on it to make sure that the supply is great
Mm.
for when they do release. Now imagine how many games, and Nintendo is like the only company that does this. Their games are done. They probably got like 30 games done,
Right.
In
Yeah.
the
ready to
pipe.
go.
No.
And they just waiting on stuff.
Yeah.
And they
Savages.
slowly increment shit. Yo, so what's gonna happen? We're gonna get the Super Switch now in a few months.
Hey,
June, I think the
according
latest.
to rumors, there's gonna be
Then
the Switch 2.
yeah, whatever. I still got hope. Then what's gonna happen is the year after OLED. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Bastards.
Like they're doing that whole Apple technique.
Yeah.
No, but you
I
know what?
kind of wish
They
that they just
release an OLED right off the bat.
I would hope
I would
so.
hope.
That would be
I think so.
awesome. But
That'll be like, especially
you
if they
think
get.
about how much money they would get more
Well,
if
I
they
think
just.
this thing's gonna be like $500. It ain't gonna be $299 or $399. It's gonna be 500
You
bucks.
think it'll be
You think
500?
so?
100%. I think it's $500.
So that's what the Iron Lords were saying today. I was listening
Oh,
to that, or from yesterday rather. But they were saying, so they were throwing around 500, 500, 500. I think it's gonna be
450.
400 or 450. I don't think that they are gonna aim that high right off the bat.
No.
No, because the thing
I
is,
agree with
yeah,
Jay 100%.
yeah, it just sounds too high, man.
You should go. You should
I
go with the
know.
guy who's won the VGA twice though.
Oh, touche,
You
touche.
talking about that corrupt game show award?
Go with your heart. Go with your brain, with your minds.
You can't argue with that logic.
Dude, Nintendo would I don't think that they would ever go that deep.
No.
The
Yeah,
reason that they're so successful is because they're accessible to a bunch of stuff. When you're talking about buying a kid something, you're not talking about spending $500, bro. You're 250, 300, 350, you know?
yeah.
And then I feel like they're gonna do the same. It's an underpowered console. How cheap do you think we can get a PS4 for right now if it was to come out with that
Right.
technology? You know, we have so much other stuff and it's so expensive, but technology prices drop dramatically like
Right.
the year or two after
But Nintendo them
all
them
those things become accessible. I
Nintendo
don't
never.
think this thing touches 500, bro.
No. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Nah, 350, 400.
No, I don't think it's go that low.
Let's place bets then. Let's place bets. 400. I'm gonna say
Listen,
400.
if it's 400, I buy you dinner. If it's 450, you buy me dinner.
Shit.
Okay, so are we doing like the prices right? Because I
Uh,
go 399
No,
then.
no, 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 no,
no.
no. Go
399,
I
399
think
versus 400,
closest.
right?
I think it should be whoever
400
falls the closest.
You know what? I think it's gonna be 500.
on both the back end or the front end.
You know
Shit.
what?
BJ's trying.
Pre-tax
It will be
or
500.
tax.
It will be
BJ's in here for
500,
redemption.
and it will come out with Super Mario Kart 9. And they'll release it with that.
I don't
I
think Mario
think
Kart 9 is coming out.
No?
No.
What do you think is gonna be
not
released
right
with it?
now.
Maybe Mario Kart Deluxe. What did they call?
No, are you kidding? No, but that's Mario Kart 8. It's the same one we've had for the past 8 years.
I think Mario Kart. No, 10 years because it was on the Wii
Jesus
U.
Christ, 10 years. No, I think they'll have to release Mario Kart 9 at launch to get that fan base. They have to release some banging games, and it has to be at least Mario Kart 8. If they're not releasing a Mario game, it has to be Mario Kart, along with Metroid, of course. But you know that's coming for the new Switch.
I
And
know Zelda's always on the off year, so there's no chance that we
no,
get
no
a
Zelda
Zelda.
this
We
year because
just
they came
had.
out with the Zelda game this year.
But I am gonna play Tears of the Kingdom on the new hardware
Pretty
for
hard.
sure.
Still
I,
gonna run like
same. I have it sitting there. I have it. You know
Yeah.
what? Get this. They don't even have to go crazy. If the new Switch can run it, the older games, at a higher frame rate, and if they could add ray tracing into that Zelda game, and for anybody who doesn't know what ray tracing is, it's basically like accurate lighting, where like if the sun is over here, the shadows get casted. You're walking through a dungeon and there's a flame on the wall, it like lights it up. Just those little things that they're a lot easier to do, easier, not easy, but it could be a huge game changer, a big seller for that console because everybody, people, these companies right off the bat, they're thinking, okay, how do we top the previous one? I don't think you're gonna top the Switch. I think it was so freaking successful that when people see that, oh, okay, it's almost like a PlayStation Pro kind of thing. It plays, things better. And sure, eventually there will be games that come out for the next Switch that maybe won't play on the original Switch. But I don't think there's going to be as much buy-in as we saw with the original Switch. But I do think, like what you said, BJ, they built up a huge stock, and I think they're still gonna sell out and not be able to keep up the demand in the beginning.
right.
Not just because of scalpers, just in general.
Oh,
Scalpers are gonna show up for sure. Yeah.
freaking resellers, bro.
Yep.
Assholes. Sorry. You know, talking about like resellers. So my buddy was gonna buy a PS5 Pro, and decided not to because it didn't come with a DVD driver.
Right.
He had to shell out another $140 for a DVD driver.
No,
100 bucks.
I think
It's
it's
like a
like
hundred bucks.
I think it's 30 or 50 or something
I
like
thought it
that.
was more than that. It was like 100 bucks. So
I don't know.
the only way he can get it is because of that. Like, why am I gonna buy a console that doesn't come with a DVD driver? And I gotta shell out more money for it. So instead, he got some of those glasses that you could actually put on your face and you could watch TV on it and play video
Oh
games
yeah,
on it.
the
You know?
XR glasses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you
Mm.
got a pair of those instead.
I think about those all the time.
100%.
Those are sick.
Oh, the
Um,
Oculus, by the way. I was watching a movie on the Oculus today, which is amazing, bro. I had a freaking huge screen watching like I was watching the stars, just watching the movie on there, and
uh,
then I downloaded Game Pass on it, Xbox Game Pass, and I was playing something on it, which is really cool.
sick.
That was really sick. Yeah, yeah. My kids love it. He hasn't stopped playing it.
I forgot you had that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need
No,
to come
it's great.
over.
The Batman game,
Batman's got to be sick.
the Batman game is amazing, bro. I can't wait to play Call of Duty on this. See how it is.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and there's also so I'm surprised we didn't really touch on it too much, but now word on the street is that um Halo and Gears might be coming at over to PlayStation and Switch,
Yep.
but specifically a collection that might be Halo 1 through 3,
Right. So the
the
Master Chief
best
collection.
ones. Master Chief collection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we think it's going to happen? Do you think they'll
Yeah,
announce it this month
I
at
think
the
that's coming. It's already been rumored, and I think that's already coming over. That's what I was saying earlier that, that the Nintendo Switch 2 has to be powerful enough to play those games. So because they're coming. Gears of War Ultimate Edition's coming over. Master Chief Collection's coming over,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, 100%, they're coming over. Like they made it. Microsoft has made it already. Phil Spencer's made it seem that Microsoft for everybody. It's everybody's platform everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere.
Right.
It's already on Fire Sticks. Now it's coming on Samsung TVs. As an app on Samsung TVs, on smart TVs.
Right.
So they're doing it up. I mean, they can't go wrong. The formula is there, man. And I think this year it's gonna be a big year for gaming for Xbox. It's gonna be a big year. But come 2026, it's gonna I think even bigger. Especially
Right.
if they release a new console and they announce a new handheld. I, I you know, I think so. I think so that I think right now Microsoft and Xbox have the right formula for gaming. You know,
I don't like their formula, dude. I really don't.
but
Like,
we
I
have
don't like
setbacks.
this. Like, I, all right, how you say this? I'm a big fan of the console exclusives. I really am.
Right? Because
Just not like properties that I think the whole world should have. And I say Halo, the whole world should have because it's phenomenal. I love Halo. That's probably like my favorite IP on planet Earth, believe it or not. But Spider-Man, the whole world should have. Indiana Jones, the whole world should have. But those console exclusives kind of make you want to gravitate like to each individual. Like there's some things I love my Xbox for that my PlayStation doesn't have. Then I come and I see Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, damn, the PlayStation hits, boy. Like I love this type of shit over here. And then Nintendo, the Smash Bros, you ain't got nothing like it.
no, no,
The
no,
Right.
Mario Karts, like it's just like the ultimate party family system.
right.
Like each one has their own identity, and I feel like Xbox is losing that shit.
Well, they have to
And
justify
with
all the
that
money.
come
They have to justify all the money they just
but that comes with like what I feel is that they're gonna sell even less consoles with this plan.
Yeah.
I know that they're trying to put their games out more, but I feel I my favorite place to play is that Xbox right there. That Series X. And I want another Xbox console. And their plan, I just don't see a future with Xbox consoles.
But the
Right.
You know what
money's
I'm
not in the
saying?
but the money's not in the hardware. The money's in the games. Always in the games.
I get it, but
Yeah.
why even put money into
Well,
a hardware?
let's
They're not
say
gonna come out with the most powerful hardware that costs so much money if they're not even selling shit.
I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? Let's say Astrobot sold 1.5 million games, right? And it's only on one platform right now,
Weak.
right? Now imagine if
Oh, my bad.
but so imagine if Sony opened up that IP and gave it to PlayStation, to Xbox, and gave it to Nintendo Switch, to people that already have those consoles, I think it would have sold $5 million, 5 million copies instead of
Yeah.
just 1.5 million. So
So
that
why
benefit,
wouldn't Nintendo do it for Mario?
because Nintendo, bro, Nintendo's gonna make some
It's
money.
the word you said, identity.
Yeah,
That's their
It's
identity.
identity,
yeah,
bro.
They're
yeah.
Like
work.
they
But
have their own shit going and it's working. The reason that Xbox is doing this because they don't want to stick to their guns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more
That
about just
fucking
money.
Halo show did them dirty, bro.
But I think it's just about
I'm
more
gonna go
about just
back to it
money.
every time.
Every
Two
episode.
seasons of that shit.
You know, but you're right because that things like that, like a show, like look at like we talked about it, The Last of Us and
That's amazing.
Fallout
Yeah.
have brought everybody's attention back to these games, and Halo could have done the same thing. I mean, imagine how good it could have been if people were like, "Oh, I never played that before."
They
They
just
love the
needed more
show.
people. They needed people that actually knew the lore of the show
Bro,
Yeah,
if
to
they
actually
did it,
do it.
Halo would be the biggest thing out there. I'm a
yeah,
firm believer. I like Pokemon, Halo, bro. Like it would have been
yeah.
that big. This shit is better than Star Wars. This shit is better than a bunch of stuff.
What?
You know,
Wait,
hundred
wait, wait, wait.
percent.
No, Star Wars, get out of here.
Bro, they can do so much great stuff with a proper IP like on screen of Halo. I heard
Listen,
Steven Spielberg or something like that is coming back
listen.
for.
Obi-Wan show blew Halo out of the water, bro.
I mean, he might blow him in general, but I don't know about the one.
Stick his
Yeah,
lightsaber out the butthole.
man.
Come on, dude.
I I have to say, like, I'm like very mixed on this whole thing because, it's been an interesting year, and I hate to be right because I saw this shit coming, and I was reading between the lines from day one, and I had my doubts. Like, is this really going in the direction I think it is? When Phil Spencer said that first line last year, I think in January, he said, we're not just gonna make a really good game and all of a sudden outsell the PlayStation and then all of a sudden win the
Right.
console war. And I'm like, shit, not with that attitude. Like, what are you talking about, man? I'm like, I don't know, man, because the only thing holding up PlayStation right now is these tentpole games, The Last of Us, God of War, games that have been like absent this last year. Um, and granted, there's history there, but Xbox has history too. And he said it's just going to be these four games. And then somebody specifically asked about Indiana Jones, and he says we're only talking about these four games. To me, in my field, that means one of two things. No, 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 it's not coming. We're only talking about these four games. Or that means right now we're only talking about these four games. Don't ask me about that. That could easily mean so he didn't lie. And from what I've learned from you guys, their communication has never been great. So then fast forward a little bit more, and then now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, by the way, it's not just those four games. There's more coming, maybe, who knows, whatever. And then all of a sudden it's December. Indiana Jones coming soon. Oh, by the way, it's also coming to PlayStation. I agree with something that Cog said today, or was it King, one of the guys on the Iron Lord podcast, that it should not have been mentioned now. You could have held on to that and waited until we got closer to tell them, oh yeah, by the way, you guys are getting it too. That was such a strange move and weird timing, and they like glorified it. Like you could have just done it more. I don't know, whatever. And then here we are, fast forward a little bit more, and then they said that line about no red, that line, no pun intended,
No red line.
about the no red line. And to me, that specifically means there's nothing that's off limits.
Right. It's open season on everything.
Yeah, anything can possibly. It doesn't mean everything is coming, but it means that nothing is off the table.
Right. It might not come on day one, but it will come eventually.
Yeah, and that game, Sea of Thieves, was like number one on PlayStation. And yeah, let's remember that game was like 5 years old. So if they were able to take something that's making them probably like no more money anymore because they already sold it to everybody and they have it on Game Pass, and all of a sudden PlayStation people spent all this money on it, they were like, oh yeah, we need to put shit on PlayStation so these guys can start giving us their money. So my prediction for the future is Game Pass will never be on PlayStation, but Game Pass might be on Switch, but I doubt it because nowadays it's all about competing for your time. We don't have enough time to play everything and buy everything. So I think that Nintendo's going to say no, because if you put Game Pass on our Switch, people are going to have Switches but aren't going to buy as much Mario, as much Zelda, because they could use it, so anyways,
But they will get some Xbox IP. Yeah.
yes, yes,
So,
I think that the Switch and the PlayStation will both get like day
which
and
in
day,
turn it helps sales for Microsoft.
right. And yeah, they're going to get more money, which is going to be good because now they've have so many studios. They're going to be able to crank out these games at a speed that we've never seen
We're now
before
have quality games right
since the 90s. Yeah,
now.
quality games coming out back to back because they own so many studios. I think long term, Xbox as a brand will flourish, but it will not be what it was up until.
In the 360 era.
Yeah, it's not going to be that console anymore. However, I also think that as the internet speeds start to pick up and people start getting used to like playing games remotely, I don't think it's going to matter, because I think that the PlayStation 6 will probably be the last PlayStation, and I think the next Xbox, well, no, they'll probably always have something for the people who don't um have fast internet and stuff like that. You always have to have something. But I think that by the time Xbox gets to full speed, it's not going to matter that they don't have an Xbox anymore, a physical Xbox.
Yeah, but that's not the
I know.
vision that I want, you
I
know?
know, I know,
I
I know.
you know the vibes that I get right here with Microsoft lately is like WB. WB has all of the power in the world to launch DC into the stratosphere.
Mm,
What superheroes are more iconic than Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman? You know what I'm saying? The Holy Trinity. And what Zack Snyder was doing, in my opinion, was kind of going towards that route. However, there was a lot of interference with WB execs that didn't let him do his vision,
Yeah,
right?
they always
So
the six always try to fuck up.
BVS, oh, we're gonna throw in Doomsday Lasman. Like, I don't know, wasn't the right move for me, you know? And that whole thing with the Justice League, you saw his Justice League, that
Oh yeah,
4 hour Snyder cut
I watched.
versus that crap that they gave us.
yeah.
Like, it was too much interference, bro. And I feel like Phil Spencer's not the one that's making these decisions. Because I feel like Xbox is losing their identity trying to find something that's not there. They had it early on and they don't stick to their guns. Like, I just feel like that energy, that WB, like there's some outside interference and it's just not sitting well with me at
Yeah,
all.
Yeah.
I get you about the exec thing because usually those people stick their nose where they don't belong. They're there for the money. You're there to use to supply money and to give this directors backings. And then they should just say the directors do what they have to do. It's not. I watched both the great cut from Snyder, and then watched the other cut. So both 4 hour cuts I watched. The same thing. Just
Yeah.
one's in gray and black and white, whatever it is, and the other one.
Yeah. And they're
Bro,
both phenomenal.
100%, bro. I mean, I watched it. Matter of fact, not even a week ago. I watched it in pieces because I can't watch 4 hours straight. I got a lot of
Yeah.
gaming. I got a lot of gaming to do. I can't just sit there and watch 4 hour cut of
I was
whatever.
about to say you can game, but you can't watch them.
So what about this Xbox Direct, man? The January
Well,
23rd
let me go back real quick.
to what?
Um,
No.
what was I gonna say? So for years, Xbox has been that first person shooter console. For years. Now I feel it's also been RPG, but I feel like it's going even more into the RPG stratosphere. But with that being said, they don't have an identity right now. With all these games coming and all of the shit that's down the pipe, like Xbox is hitting a stride now, but they're giving up all of their ground. What makes Nintendo special is their culture, their identity. They toot to their own horn. They have shit for everybody, right? PlayStation, maybe on a lower scale than Nintendo, but their shit is mostly for grown-ups, just like Xbox, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's more mature games. If shit, where was how was I trying to get to this? Um fuck, I'm getting old, man. Scary.
Right there with
Uh
you.
But it'll come back to me. I lost my thought, so I didn't want to cut y'all off, but fuck.
You
It'll come
gotta you
back to
gotta
you.
start
It'll,
cutting us off, bro. We talk too much shit.
nah, because you guys were bringing up some great points. Oh, what's better to make, right? Something small that's not gonna bring a lot of profit early on, but it's gonna grow culture, and then in the long run, you're gonna have shit that's like, bro, like Mario type status that you invest in and you grow slowly, or some upfront profit. And I feel like that's what those execs are doing right now. Like they're cutting corners to just get like a profit out the door instead of just like cultivating some type of shit to make it grow and then have everybody invested in it later on.
Yeah.
That's the energy that I'm getting.
Mm,
And that's why it's not looking good for me.
oh,
Money talks, unfortunately.
Big time.
That's all they care about. And these stakeholders, these people that are investing in the companies, all they care about is today. They don't care about long term. They don't care about the
I
culture.
know, and
Yeah.
that's not the type of business that you should run in the gaming in my opinion.
Yeah.
Look at GTA. GTA is like the hottest thing. This is gonna break all type of records, right? They have been sitting on this forever. And I know all of the properties you can't sit on like that, right? But man, what's gonna happen if they do Last of Us 3, right? It's not like these things are coming out every other year. Like they're growing that shit. They got a new show out, right? They're coming out with season 2. Everybody loves that shit. People went back to the game. Like it's growing. It's growing like in popularity. If they release another season with a game, a new game, imagine what numbers that's gonna do.
right.
People that don't even have PlayStation gonna start buying PlayStation to
100%.
experience that. And like that's what they're doing. They're so even though Xbox is looking bigger and bigger, like they're coming out with much better stuff and their games are gonna be like everywhere. I don't feel like they're doing the right thing in that sense. You're not gonna get people excited about the next thing like if you're just rushing everything out the door for profit.
Sad but
If that
true.
made any sense.
No, it makes
Yeah.
sense. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's the issue all the companies have been dealing with, except for I guess Nintendo's ability to have all these things in the pipeline. They don't have to worry about it as much as everybody else. Their shit just succeeds. But you know what? On a separate topic, I was gonna bring this up in case we didn't have enough stuff to talk about. But this is kind of like sort of in the realm. But this is, let's call it part of my retro news. Are you guys aware about the new Sega Genesis or the Sega console coming out?
Let me see. It's a good.
No.
So, all right. So, sit back, relax. I'm gonna educate y'all a little bit here. So, fun fact.
This is not a retro.
I'll let you know. so,
Ah,
so there was a
Oh,
recent.
PlayStation's coming up with a new console-looking thing.
Yes. So let's throw that in there too.
Yeah.
So get all right. So get this. There was recent interviews with higher ups from Sega, and they were asked about the Dreamcast Mini, and they said there's a 0% chance that it's coming out, which sucks. There should have been a Sega Saturn Mini,
Yeah.
and now the RetroPie 5 is out, so it's possible to do it because it's more capable and everything. But yeah, they basically told us it's not happening, it's not coming. But meanwhile, parallel to Sega doing their thing right now. Oh, by the way, in their interview, they also said we are not a retro company, and then they started talking about all these things and what they want to get looked at a certain way or whatever. But they need to remember their roots, and they're remastering and remaking all these games, so they are kind of a retro company. They need to embrace it. But anyways, separate to that, there are some people who have been, I don't know if it's a Kickstarter type situation or not, but they basically built a console that has a slot for Sega Genesis games and Sega CD, so you can put CDs in there too. Oh wait, but you could also put the 32X in there and the Sega Saturn. Oh, and the Dreamcast too. So basically, every Sega console that has ever existed, it's one retro console that allows you to play all Sega games off that one console. And what makes it
Oh my
better,
god.
yes, I don't know what it looks like yet, but so what makes it better is this, and I'm going to try to shorten this because this is possibly going to be technically boring to many people. So there's emulation and then there's the real consoles. And the big difference is that emulation is basically your computer or the Raspberry Pi or whatever trying to act like it's a, for example, Sega Genesis. So it's trying to act like it has all the chips the Sega Genesis has, and it's trying to make them work together the same way that the Genesis did. Long story short, it's very complicated, and even older consoles could be very taxing on a computer. So what's the solution? Something that I never thought I'd be talking about, but here we are, is FPGA, which is basically they're making consoles, like Analog is a perfect example, where they're making new modern motherboards, new modern chips doing the same thing that those chips did 30, 40 years ago. So you have an NES, you have a Super NES, you have a Sega Genesis, and now you have that recent N64 digital that came out. So these are consoles that are the real deal, and they're emulating, but not really emulating all these games and pumping them out in potentially 4K and all that through HDMI. So this is the big solution. So not only does this console that these guys are making, a Sega console, not only does it play all the things, it's going to do it in the original way. You're going to be able to get your Dreamcast disc, your Sega Saturn disc, your Sega Genesis game, and plug it into this thing and play it HDMI on your big TV, and it's going to look perfect. Sega didn't like this because they're not making the money, so they attacked it. They tried to sue them and go after this company or this group of people putting this thing together. And it started off really ugly, and the retro community blew up on them. And get this, they switched
Blew
their
up on
tone,
Sega.
blew up on Sega for attacking these guys because the guys did it in a way where apparently it was legal. The only problem is that they were calling it like the Super Sega or something like that. And now they
Right,
changed the
no
name.
bueno.
Yeah. Yeah. So now they changed the name to like the Super S or something like that. And now all of a sudden Sega is speaking positively about them and taking their lawyers off of them. So this console is now back full steam ahead, slightly different name, but it's gonna come out. So
That's why Sega's a better company than Nintendo, dog.
yeah, they had to get checked. They had to get checked, but they came correct. They straightened up, and we're gonna get
It's
this thing.
part of growth.
The retro community, man,
Hey,
it's
let me tell
crazy.
you, that sounds like an amazing system. That's the real master system right there.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
Jay, you want to
yeah,
hear something funny,
yeah.
Jay?
That'd be a good name for it, right away.
Jay, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah, yeah.
My mic's been muted the whole time.
Shut up.
No, 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 no.
You said your mic's been muted the whole time,
Yep.
but BJ hears you.
Yeah, BJ hears me. You hear me better now, BJ?
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear
Oh,
me
but
better?
you've been hearing me off
100%.
of this.
Yeah.
Or you've been hearing us off of this. Oh
Yeah.
shit. I really hope you haven't been muted this whole time.
I just saw it was a red light.
You've been having the red light this whole time?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
But BJ hears me, so if BJ heard me, then
At least we had our conversation.
right,
together.
right, right.
Oh god, I hope this mic.
We can do a dub and I can translate everything that he's saying.
Captions. Oh my god. Okay.
I should have kept my mouth shut.
When did you mute it though?
I have no idea.
That's why you guys stop fucking with the lights, man.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Please, I hope mine's not fucking muted.
No, yours is
Leave
fine.
it to Beaver.
Oh god.
Oh wow.
All right. All right.
Hey, that's what it is. I mean, he could hear me, so it's been fine, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard everything.
There
He
you
can
go.
hear you because in order to make this whole thing work, BJ's hearing us off of the camera's audio, but this program is not recording the camera's audio. It's recording the
Oh, shit.
mics. So we might have a problem.
You
But
might have to start the show all over again.
all right, let's just do it over again, guys.
No.
Ah,
No, no.
So let's move on to the final topic before I gotta go to bed.
Oh,
Hey,
tell me.
gents.
We got anything else?
What we got? No, we have to talk about the direct coming up on the January 23rd,
Okay, let's talk
and
about.
they're releasing. They announced 3 games so far. They announced. Damn it, I'm going blank, bro. It's been in my head
Is
this
it
whole damn
about-
time. No, Doom Dark Ages,
okay.
South of Midnight, and
Hey.
and Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Those are the 3 games that are announced. But they also have one mystery game is coming out, right?
Can't
And
wait.
here's and I think
They
it's
always
one,
do
one or
these
two.
drops.
So here's the rumor. The rumor is that it's going to be Final Fantasy 16, that's gonna be coming to Xbox.
Nah.
No. Listen.
Nonsense.
Listen. This is what they're saying. Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 remake.
I thought you muted yourself there for a second.
No, and Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Yeah,
They're gonna be coming to Xbox.
I can see that.
The Square wants some money.
I can see that. Yes. Yeah, Square needs the money.
So that and there's the shadow drop. So they're
That'll be sick.
there's gonna be a
The
shadow drop.
shadow drop as well. That's how Hi-Fi Rush came.
So they think that the shadow drop might be the Final Fantasy 16 and that Final Fantasy 7
You
remake.
get these Final Fantasies out your head, bro.
Bro.
That ain't gonna happen.
I think they're coming. At least one of them. But I think both of them are coming. To be honest,
On the direct?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, but it's a first party direct, right? It's
it's
in house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
I
that's
mean, so they might put it as well. We sent Xbox people to work with Square, and now we're gonna come out with, we worked on it together. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, that's a good point. This is like last time,
right.
Where this it's we'll see. I guess find out soon.
Yep.
Find out soon.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see. I kind of want to dive into these. Damn, I know it's not gonna happen, but the Sega games that they announced.
Oh, Shinobi.
Remember Shinobi?
Oh no, hang on,
Yeah,
sorry. I saw
well,
Ninja Gaiden is coming out, right? They announced Ninja Gaiden at the beginning of the VGAs.
So like
I don't
a new
remember.
like a retro looking
New
Ninja
Ninja
Gaiden, right?
Gaiden game.
That
Yeah,
looks sick.
yeah. I thought it was Shinobi when I first saw it, but then it ended up being Ninja Gaiden.
I hope that Xbox would take the opportunity, like, fuck the VGAs, do your own stuff. But like we said before, no identity. This would be a perfect time to announce something new that nobody knows about. That's just like a hidden. Hey, what's coming? Xbox is cooking. Here's a new game that nobody knows about
Right.
on their own solo shit. You know. Right.
That'd be sick.
We'll see.
All right.
I'd love to see it.
Let me get that new Halo, dog.
Chris, you were definitely muted, bro. I saw this mic not moving earlier.
Oh, that mic was moving.
No,
Which mic?
one of them was moving and the other one wasn't, and I was really
Really?
worried. I was like, that's
damn.
weird, but okay.
Well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's my fault. Just in case you guys missed it, I won the VGAs again this year. But the rest of my conversation was probably missed, so I apologize. Hopefully, you can hear me slightly faintly in the background, yelling.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully,
yeah.
I think I was loud enough that, for you guys to hear me. So we'll see. Damn it. Sorry, gents.
It's cool, man.
This is kind of like the one video we did a few months back, but the whole video was muted.
Bro, I got PTSD from all this stuff. You guys don't know what I've been through, man. I mean, Chris got a little taste of it tonight because trying to set all this stuff up, we ran into some issues.
Hey,
You
we
guys-
should you should do a checklist of shit that we need to make sure is functioning by now.
Yeah,
Since we've been doing this like over a year on and off,
yeah, bro.
and this guy still can't get his mic
Bro,
right.
I didn't realize it was muted because we were trying to fix the mics earlier.
You come over, your mic is still the issue.
Oh
that?
my god, dude.
Bro, it's gonna be me like a scientist with my checklist going around before we start anything.
Oh God, I can't believe I did that.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
I hate to cut it short, but my wife and my dog.
Oh yeah. No, same here. We gotta wrap
Yeah.
up anyways. So yeah, hey, we're back. Hopefully we're gonna be in a routine here. Maybe we're gonna play some games like we did with Power Rangers and stuff like that. So be expecting more stuff. Yeah. Like and sub if you want.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. We're
And
just out here
hopefully
having
Jose
fun.
doesn't mute my mic again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next
He
one.
didn't want to hear the Xbox braces.
I'm gonna choke my wiener.